Hi everyone, long time no see. I'm really sorry about that. October has been a really crazy month. At work we basically celebrate Halloween all month and it's really stressful and annoying and oh my god. Plus other stuff has been going on, but this video isn't about that. I'll probably make a separate video, life update or whatever later. In this video, I want to blurb about gender expression or gender presentation, specifically my own gender expression. As always, this channel is all about vlogs. This is a vlog. So everything that I say is about myself. I don't claim to speak for or about anyone else but myself. Ever since I was young, I don't know the exact age, maybe around 10, I became very conscious of society coding what I wore, reading what I wore as this or that. And once I became conscious of that, I developed a knee-jerk reaction to anything that society deemed as feminine being associated with myself. So, for example, when my mom made me wear a dress and tights and crap to church, it really made me angry and embarrassed. And I actually wouldn't even find out, I wouldn't understand why I felt the way I did until 17 years later. But the best way that I can describe how I felt being made to wear that stuff is that I felt like I was cross-dressing. And that isn't to say that I wanted to wear masculine clothing. I didn't want to wear a suit and bow tie and crap like that. I just felt inherently wrong for me to be wearing that feminine shit because that wasn't me. I am not feminine. And to be made to wear it, I felt like a clown because what the hell is that stuff doing on me? It felt completely wrong. And the fact that I felt this way even when I was young, but I couldn't put it into words, in hindsight, it's much easier to see and understand these things. At the time, I just didn't like dresses and skirts and shit. I despised them. I was repulsed by them. And then there were the few occasional things that society deemed as being feminine that I did actually like or liked in the past. For example, I used to enjoy painting my fingernails black or blue simply because they were my favorite colors and they matched what I wore. And yeah, I used to enjoy that, but after becoming conscious of how society read that and perceived me based on the freaking fact that I had something on my nails, I stopped doing it. I felt like it was wrong, even though before I was conscious of what society thought of it, I was okay with it. I mean, now I wouldn't paint my nails. It feels again like it's wrong. But is that because of society and how they read that kind of shit? It really bothers me that society, that I can't feel comfortable wearing whatever the hell I like because of how society reads me. Yes, I shouldn't give a damn about society, and I really don't for the most part, but at the same time, if having something on my nails is going to make people respond and react to me in daily life a certain way that really bothers me, then obviously I'm going to try and eliminate the thing that causes that reaction that bothers me. But on the other hand, there's that knee-jerk reaction that I mentioned before. I can love and absolutely appreciate something that society deems as feminine for the fact that it is beautiful. I can appreciate beauty. And so even though in a store I can see a dress or shoes with heels or whatever that are absolutely beautiful, and I can vocalize that aesthetic appreciation for that, the very thought of those things being associated with me, regardless of how beautiful they are, is repulsive. I can't stand it. So, for example, when a friend says, "Oh, you'd look cute in this dress," after me commenting that it's beautiful, it's like, even if they meant it as a joke, which they don't because they don't know my gender, even if they meant it as a joke, it is not funny at all, because it actually makes me angry for someone to even suggest or associate something like that with me. Even though it's beautiful, it's like, what the fuck? Furthermore, there have even been occasions when I've caught myself in a store looking at something that's beautiful that society would associate with femininity, and thinking to myself absentmindedly, "Oh, that's beautiful, I wish I could wear that." Only to realize moments and maybe even minutes later that technically, according to society, I could wear that, because technically, according to society, I am female, and so it would be totally appropriate for me to wear that shit. But I'm not female, and it's like, for that moment when that happens, I have forgotten that I'm supposedly female. Like, it doesn't even occur to me until moments later that, oh, I could wear that and society wouldn't ridicule me for it. It's like, yeah, I have to remember that I'm supposed to be female and can wear a dress, because to me, it is utterly, the thought of wearing a dress, is not comprehensible, because it's not going to happen, and it better never happen, because yeah, I'd rather shoot myself in the foot than wear something like that. And yeah, the fact that I've had episodes like this, forgetting that I am socially able to wear something and be complimented for wearing it, that I have, I don't know if I should call it defab privilege, because I'm supposedly female, that I forget this has happened even before I questioned my gender identity, before I knew that there was anything other than female and male, masculinity and femininity. Like, I would forget my own gender or sex or both until society reminded me of it, or social training and whatever I remind myself of it. And yeah, what the fuck? It really, really bothers me that social gender coding and roles and stuff like that is so ingrained into society and even my own mentality in general. I wear whatever the hell I want to wear. I have my own personal sense of style and taste and my own financial limitations, just like everybody else. But behind all of that, regardless of how much I try to ignore society's gender coding of clothing and things, it will always be there, even in my own mind. Like, I've been raised in a world where blue is masculine, it is for boys, and pink is feminine for girls. And even though blue has literally been my first favorite color ever, I have always loved blue, and I can and have ignored society's association, abstract association I might add, between blue and masculinity or boys. Even if I ignore that, I can't ever unlearn it. It will always be, I will always have that in the back of my mind, regardless of my best efforts, and I try really hard not to think about that shit because it's ridiculous, but I can't unlearn it. And even if somehow magically I could unlearn it, society would reteach it to me. Society would remind me of it every single fucking day. Every time I go outside, every time I go into a store, every time I open a book or whatever. It's escapable, and that really, really pisses me off. Society really, really pisses me off. The misgendering, the assumptions based on the shit that I wear or do or say or whatever. Society believing that there are universal truths or facts about this or that, and what the fuck? No matter where I go or what I do, whether I'm in America or Japan or Australia, anywhere in the world I will be met with this shit. And what the hell can you do? The best I can do is continue trying to march to the beat of my own drum, turning up the volume on my own drum so that I can drown out the noise from society. But even in doing that, it's still background noise, it's still there, and fuck you, society. Fuck you.